You and your extremes you will take, sir, to get some rest. I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please welcome episode number 23 of the Gary and Harry Show.
Yes, sir.
Sponsored by Power 108.9 and the M. Alex Broadcasting Company. We got two special guests in the building today. Thank you for joining us for episode number 23.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We got Rich in the building. We got Harp in the building. Welcome back. Welcome back, fellas. Glad y'all to come through. Episode 23. It's all right if you don't. Oh, he said you can't talk without a mic, Rich. It's all good, dog.
Rich is known for...
he go for being off schedule, off camera, off mic. Still can't hear you, though. That's what we're saying. But welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us again on this Saturday morning. All right, episode 23, man. Jump man around here. How you feeling?
Jump man, yeah. Special Michael Jordan edition. Unless you know another 23, Harper. Who you got as the number 23? Money Mike Harris, that is correct.
My
Money
man.
Mike.
That's what we was waiting on. Welcome back, everybody. How you been, man?
Good.
We going for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, we had a couple things going on. Obviously, the concert inside the stadium. Yep. Some nice lady named Morgan Wallen. And then, just staying busy. Obviously, holidays coming up. Thanksgiving next week. We got the tree lighting this upcoming Saturday in the Battery if y'all looking for something to do with the family. But just staying busy before I head out of the country.
I hear that, man. When you leaving?
December 2nd or December 3rd, going down to Orlando to jump on a Royal Caribbean cruise.
Yeah, that's your annual, right? The one you always do? That's what's up, man. Yeah. I'm glad you get you some away time, my brother. But
I'm definitely looking forward to it. You know, there's very few things that go wrong on a cruise, and you just get to chill out and eat and drink and go to the casino, have some fun.
Say, man, go make some money, baby.
Get off the boat if you want.
Sir.
But at the end of the day, I just like to, lounge like a lizard, get some sun, and just have fun.
Hey, I feel that, man. So, like you said, holiday time coming up. Everybody, happy holidays to everybody out there. Just for whatever you celebrating and whatever time you do celebrate, we got this one of my favorite times of the year, man. Holiday time is always a good sign for New Year coming up. So, sounds good to me, man. Get it off my chest, man. Let's crank it up. We have another wars, holiday food wars. So, I got to ask you, and y'all can chime in as well. Not necessarily your favorite, but you can call it your favorite. What's something during the holiday time that you have to eat every time?
Turkey leg.
Turkey leg?
Turkey leg. Just
okay.
A fat little...
Oh, you just going to grab the whole thing? You going to go...
Like Disney. Like you going to Universal or Orlando or something like that. Just a fat old greasy turkey leg.
I can hear that. What you got for me, Harvey? Just turkey for you? Yep. Man, listen. I got to have some ham. I got to have it. I got to do it. I got to have the ham, macaroni and cheese, and 2 casseroles, a broccoli casserole and a squash casserole. Other than that, I'm good to go. Yeah, man, it's delicious. If you get it done the right way, it's amazing. If you don't like squash, I get it. But I'm just saying, I see your face, man. I feel like you're judging me. It's okay. It's all right.
Well, if we're going to be judging, here you go. So everyone knows about Thanksgiving leftovers, right?
Yes.
We were talking about before the show started. Here's a little insider tip for y'all. Take some turkey skin or some chicken skin, throw it down as if it was seaweed for sushi. Go ahead and find yourself some mashed potatoes, some stuffing, do a couple layers, throw a little couple pieces of the cranberry in there, roll it up like it's sushi. I promise you're not going to be disappointed.
That sounds-
If you choose to dip it in gravy, well, you might want to have 911 on standby.
That sounds intense, but it does sound pretty
Did you
interesting.
say stuffing?
Stuff.
He did say stuffing. Yeah, we dressing around here. We do dressing. I don't do no stuffing.
My apologies.
That's one of the ones
All
that
right.
go on. That's one of the ones on that list as well. Is the dressing, not stuffing, not the stove top stuffing.
My
as
apologies.
Dave Chappelle stove top stuffing.
I don't even eat it. But yeah, that's my bad.
No, it's all good, but there is a difference. Now you talked about Thanksgiving leftovers. What is the cutoff date?
What about beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes?
Shout out to Chef Caesar. Shout out to her. What is the cutoff date for leftovers, man? Before you die,
2 days.
2 days. What you got,
I
Rick?
think like 48 hours.
48.
Yeah, I'd say like 2.5. I'll give it a good half.
I'm ready for Mike. What you got?
2.5.
You need a microphone? What you got, Rick? What you got, Hart?
Same thing as my dad.
Hey, he has no choice.
Because you tossing it either way. I say the same thing. Probably about, depending on which food it is, I go 72 when it comes to making sandwiches. I can hold on to some turkey and ham for a couple more days. As far as the Thanksgiving sandwich, that's the best part,
I
man.
got 2 days, man. That's about it.
That's about it. I can feel that. I get it. It's just one of those things that depends on what it is. Depending on what it is, it can last a little bit longer as long as I'm eating it every day. But after a while, I'm burnt out anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
All right. So, any other names that I should be aware of that I'm pronouncing wrong or not saying correctly?
It's just a difference. That's all. There's a difference.
Let me know.
What do you
What'd you
say?
Huh?
Sweet potato pie, not pumpkin pie.
So, I'm not a pie guy.
Isn't, if I'm not mistaken, isn't pumpkin pie a little less sweet than
Yes.
sweet potato pie?
But
right?
who eats pumpkin?
I do.
You eat pumpkin?
I eat apple.
I'm not a fan of pumpkin. But I'm not a pie guy anyway,
I'm
though.
not either, but pumpkin pie is good.
I'm not a pie. So, like, when it comes to the pies, like,
The Rock is going to get offended if he keeps hearing
That's
you talk
okay.
like that.
Poontang
I'm not a fan.
pie.
I'm not a fan of the pie.
But for me, when it comes to pies, I'm real regular. Like, I can do key lime pie, which is my favorite, and lemon meringue pie. Other than that, maybe a chocolate pie. But other than that, you can call me not American, whatever. Like, I don't do apple pies, sweet potato pies.
I'm not asking for your birth
cherry,
certificate.
all
I
that.
appreciate it. I'm
can't
just
do
saying.
I think it's the hot fruit. I don't think. I'm not a fan of hot fruit. So unless you give me like a peach cobbler,
Fair.
I'm good.
Fair. Harbor hot fruit, I guess. Is that, are you eating the apple pie as if it's warm, or is it just like a cold left
Like
out when I'm
warm.
ready?
Warm. Yeah.
Hot fruit, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't rock with the hot
All right.
fruit, man. I can't do it, dog.
Not for everybody, I guess.
It's not.
If it's not a pie, I just like eat fruit like cold, not hot.
I get that.
Yeah, that's a normal.
That makes
That's a
perfect
normal.
sense. But for me too, it's I don't know. It's just the flavor profile changes for me. It makes it softer. I just can't dig it.
Do you like pineapple on pizza?
No.
Nope.
Thank you,
Nope.
my man.
Okay.
good job,
Nope.
dog. I'm so happy.
Just
for
wanted
you.
to see where you lied on the hot fruit scale.
Exactly. So that's fine. We cool with that. Now I'm not a fan of the cranberry sauce. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it called cranberry sauce? Is
Oh,
it
it's called
something
cranberry.
else?
It's called cranberry sauce.
It's called witch's blood or something?
I'm not a fan. I can do the whole meal without it. We good. And give me a few rolls, and by the end of the day, I'm sleep on the couch.
Does Hawaiian sweet rolls count?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they
double
definitely
checking.
count. They definitely count. But then you got the dinner rolls that are a little raw, and they put them in the oven. Those are okay.
I don't need no Golden Corral biscuits. Like whatever.
That's basically what it is.
You know, like I'd rather give me.
throw a little butter on
There's,
top of them when they
nothing
come
better
out.
than Hawaiian bread, man.
No, I agree.
You can have it on anything, sliders, whatever. It's just
that
awesome.
Hawaiian. Then you throw a little garlic butter on them, and
Get the sandwich buns for Hawaiian rolls, and
Yeah.
then there's your leftover sandwiches right there.
That's what I'm saying. I got to have it, man. I got to have it. All right, still on get it off my chest, man. You got anything else for me?
I'm pretty good. I did have something the other day, but I forgot what it was.
Well,
Matt Rife's comedy on Netflix.
How you feel about him?
I don't like it.
You don't like him, or you don't like the
I like
special?
him when he does crowd work. If you
He's
know what
very good at
when you
crowd
know
work.
what crowd work is, he does well with that. But like a stand up, like a set, a list, he didn't flow, man. It just
didn't
didn't
flow
work.
right.
No, it didn't work for me.
I haven't seen a full stand up from him yet. I've seen a bunch of clips. I've seen his crowd work, but I haven't seen a full on set from him.
I give it a chance if you want, but just wasn't impressed.
I think we didn't bring it up last time. How was Dave Chappelle when y'all went, man?
Oh, insane.
I know
insane.
the lineup was crazy.
Did we not talk about it?
I don't remember us talking about the Dave Chappelle. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, just long story short, amazing show. Obviously, we had to lock up our phones. First one to come out was one of his local openers. He brought out Donnell Rollins, who did like 15 minutes.
Ashley Larry.
Ashley Larry, who literally came out in like a $10,000 suit and don't ever call me that again. After Donnell Rollins was what I thought was somebody introduced as T.I.M. Harris, Tim Harris. It ended up being Tip Harris, aka T.I.
So how was this set?
T.I. was good. Again, he's not a traditional comedian,
No,
right?
he's not.
He's been doing it since about the pandemic.
Yep.
He was talking about his sons. My favorite thing of after he finished his set and at the end of the show, Chappelle brought everybody back on stage, and he was like, Kevin Hart. He brought out Kevin Hart after T.I. Sorry, let me finish. And then Chappelle obviously was the closer. But he's talking about everybody on stage. He's like, Donnell Rollins, you've been by my side since day one. Kevin Hart, thank you for always trusting me as like your mentor. T.I., I like your music better. And then he left the show like that. But no, T.I., he tried. He was talking about his sons. But again, he's not a 20-year vet. So
I get it. No, I get it. That's what's up, man.
great show though.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I
worth
can
it to
believe it.
buy tickets the night before, regardless of how expensive they were. It was worth it.
Yeah, I've seen them too. I've seen them before, and it's definitely worth every penny, especially going in there. I got to see him when he first started coming back on tour and doing all the shows and stuff, and still classic.
Mike, if I'm not mistaken, it was also something for Netflix, because when we were there, we saw the little Netflix circle spin, right?
Oh, nice.
The toom toom.
Nice.
Not Law and Order though.
So, what did we do? I think we did over under on cigarettes he was smoking. I think we did like 4. How many was it?
I knew it was. It ended up being, if you ask certain people, 7.
Okay.
Because I got the whole section to literally go 4, 5, 6, like a
up.
standing count in boxing.
Yeah.
But he doesn't actually smoke them. He literally just lights them. He takes a few
with
puffs.
he played
but
with
then
it,
he just
play
walks around with it like it's an incense, and it just burns on stage. And before he's even literally done with it, he's already kind of mashing it out, and he's bringing out a next one. Yeah. It was a great show, man. At the end of the day, I just know that this time next year for Halloween, we're going to be in the World Series. So I don't have time to see.
This is very true.
To see a new comedian.
Speaking of that, hot stove cooking. Double A's already in the lab.
Yeah, he's been.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm part of get it off my chest. After what the Falcons did during the trading deadline, as far as not doing, as far as missing out on Sweat and Chase Young, I'm officially to the point now to where I don't get excited about any of my team's offseason transactions until basically the press conference. At this point, I'm just watching. With Ohtani, not getting all up in arms about it, not doing it. Nola, all them boys, there's a possibility of coming here as far as pitching goes, even next year in the offseason when it comes to the Falcons. I'm just going to watch. I'm not getting my hopes up anymore. I can't do this. It's too stressful, and then when nothing happens, I get pissed. So I'm just going to chill.
Okay.
So go ahead, hot stove, talk to me.
I mean, you want me to fix it in 3 moves, or you want me to just
you have to fix
tell
it
you
in
to
3
be
moves.
patient?
I just know Double A is cooking. He's clearing space. He's getting cash back.
He's definitely
for certain
clearing
players.
space, that's for sure.
I feel like the focus is where it should be. It's obvious, of course, the pitching staff what needs to be fixed and retooled. So let's make it happen, Double A.
If I'm not mistaken, the true off-season window opened 3 days ago, and that's when he started making moves.
Absolutely.
So at least be confident in the fact that he's going out of the gate.
Oh, yeah.
Right? He's not waiting and seeing
trust
what
him.
he's like. I'm clearing space now. I'm trying to find room on this 40-man to not only elevate. And I'm telling you now, remember his name, Hurston Waldrip, the first-round pick of the Braves this year.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he's a Gator, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. God knows.
Look out for this guy.
Okay.
As of right now, going into next year, the rotation is obviously going to be Strider and Fried for your 1 and 2. You can make the case for $20 million for Charlie is whatever, but it's his last year, so let's go get him a ring and ride him off into the sunset, right?
I agree.
Charlie, to me, should be the 4th or the 5th, which means Bryce Elder is possibly your 3rd. Obviously, no Kyle Wright, so you're looking for one more. It could be anybody from A.J. Smith-Sharver to, depending on how Hudson Waldrip looks during the spring training. Obviously, that free agent acquisition is still going to be out there. People are talking about Nola, Jordan Montgomery, Sonny Gray.
Snell just got dealt, didn't he?
Blake Snell. Well, he won the Cy Young. I don't know if
he didn't get dealt. He didn't get dealt yet.
Out of any of them for free agency purposes, I would obviously love to have Snell.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, what is the right amount of money?
Who'd you say? Hart?
Jacob DeGrom.
But Jacob DeGrom,
He's still recovering from his
yeah, I'm
surgery.
worried about his injury history and his price tag.
And as much as we would love to have him on the Braves, like last year or 2 years ago when we tried to kick the tires on that trade, let's try and keep it a little younger and see what we got in house at least.
Absolutely. Now, Freed, from what I understand, is still fringe as far as returning. Is he a free agent or is he under?
No, technically he's got one more year of arbitration.
Arbitration, yes.
I expect them to give him that 1 year deal to eventually negotiate throughout the season. But most baseball players will kind of shut it down and say, I'm not going to negotiate until a certain point.
Right.
We wish him the best. But again, how can you give him a $200-300 million deal based off of the last couple of years?
No, you can't. Injury history, all that kind of stuff. It's
Definitely
tough.
take it into account.
It's tough.
So.
And one thing I would like to say as well, thank you, Ron Washington, for everything.
Absolutely.
Gonna miss that presence. He took EY with him too. Took Eric Young with him. So it's gonna be real different on those base pads, first and third base coaching, and especially his fielding coaching from the outfield into the infield. Just hope they, keep everything that they learned from Wash and build on it. But congratulations, Wash. Hope to see you in the World Series soon with us as the competitor.
I know it's
on the
going
other
to be
side.
a
You know what I
great
mean?
ovation whenever the Angels come here and return.
Oh man!
So,
it's
looking
gonna be
forward
crazy.
to that.
Speaking of the Angels, 5 out of the last 10 MVPs was Trout and Ohtani. That's 2 for Ohtani, 3 for Trout in the last 10 years. That's insane for them to win nothing.
It just goes to show you that you need more than just
You do.
2 superstars.
You do.
You gotta
It's-
fill out that roster.
That's crazy for me. But shout out to Ohtani, his second unanimous MVP, and Ronald Acuna Jr. Of course, we will say congratulations, sir, and keep rolling, man. Make more history. At least double up the season you had before. Make it a thing for you to do that kind of thing.
I think as long as he is still a Brave for hopefully the rest of his career, he should easily be able to do 40 and 40 every year.
Every year. And everybody that's on that list is a Hall of Famer with, asterisks besides Barry Bonds. But, it is what it is.
Was that Art?
Barry Bonds. You want to talk about Barry?
Big fan. Big fan. Heard.
So, yeah, that's just one of those things. That was real get it off my chest moments for all of those things and embodied in one. For it was just been a lot going on. But I love this time of year. And it's... my dude, she's happy for Wash, but she's gonna miss his energy. That's no doubt. It's going with the whole dugout, no doubt. It's gonna be different, no doubt. All right, let's move on to the NBA. Since it's in full swing now, we have the in-season tournament also going on as well. How do y'all feel about the in-season tournament?
Good.
Why? What's the point?
Yeah.
Incentive as far as money and a trophy, apparently.
Why do the NBA players need more money?
Apparently, according to some of them, some of those cats could use the $500K if you win the tournament.
I bet Lakers fans don't want to talk about LeBron getting crossed.
Oh.
But we are, so let's talk
We
about it.
You can talk about LeBron getting
Excellent.
crossed. He touched the earth. It was pretty bad. But, I mean, it happens, man. It's the NBA.
This man is.
Father Time. Gravity, man.
I don't have a problem with it. You know what I mean? But things happen. It's the NBA, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. Trae Young made somebody. Trae Young made who was it? Milton slide across the floor yesterday. So I mean, it happens.
But don't act like it's not fun to watch.
Oh no, it's
Every
hilarious.
once in a
That's the
while.
best part of basketball because the bench goes crazy, the crowd goes crazy, and you have to finish it by making the shot, and that's what Trae did last
Steph.
night. Well, Steph
He
does that.
crossed somebody.
He does it to a lot of people. He's gonna be one of those people that he's gonna be around 39 or 40 like LeBron, still making stuff happen like how he's doing it. We're gonna be like, how does he still do this? His game is just one of a kind when it comes to that. Back to the tournament though. Every Tuesday and Friday
Stupid looking courts.
is so I'm mixed about the
Stupid.
courts, man.
Yeah, those courts are.
I'm mixed about the courts.
You can already tell, like, if you're watching a game. I thought it was just Tuesdays, but Tuesdays and Fridays. If you tune in and you can tell and you're watching the court, like, I bet you look at the ratings somehow, that the ratings just immediately dip when somebody looks at it like, I'm not watching this. This is stupid.
Feels like a rec game.
College game.
It's a rec game or a college game. A lot of people
Could
feel
be
like that.
anything. Could be a mix of a college game or a big three and everything in between.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, come on.
Well, so with that being said, the winner gets $500K for the whole team. The runner-up gets $350 or $300. Then if you lost in the round before that, it's $200K, and then before that, it's $100K. So certain players were like, well, some guys on the team could use this kind of extra money. I'm like, man, all y'all making millions of dollars. You know what I mean?
I just remember what I wanted to get it off my chest.
Talk to me.
And it is basketball because Jimmy Butler decided to do a personal day against the Hawks when the Heat came to Atlanta. And guess where he was spotted?
Where?
At the Morgan Wallen concert. And everyone knows he loves country music, but at the end of the day, I just spoke about it. You're getting paid too damn much to take a personal day against an Eastern Conference opponent within our division that actually matters. And it's like, I just want to boot, scoot, and boogie. Like, get out of here, man. Come on.
Jimmy been on one this year already. He's been on one.
Acting emo.
The personal thing is what bothers me.
Yeah.
It's like, you have all the time in the world. Doesn't matter.
He said, I guess he'd say it timed up perfect for him. He liked Wallen, so he came on to the show.
And I guarantee he had a McUltra somewhere close in his hand just for promo purposes. But like, come on, man.
Yeah, that was fun. I remember you being upset about that day. Like he was like, he better not be here. And sure enough, there
I
he was.
didn't see him, but of course, days later, I'm asking certain people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he was there with Freddie and everybody." I'm like,
yes, I did. I did see Freddie and Nance be here in the building. That was a wild weekend. Anyway, it was Friday and Saturday. It was very interesting.
yeah, thank you all to the stadium staff for your efforts because it was not fun.
No,
it was just the bathrooms were overrun and just pure chaos.
That was
everywhere.
the craziest part.
Let alone the temperatures. Who chooses to dress like that? Come on now. You know what the temperatures were.
They didn't care. They thought it was still June.
I was gonna meet Morgan.
Yeah, and sure. Okay, if you say so. Now to go on with the basketball, Dame time, man. Dame in Milwaukee, perfect fit.
We always knew he was that guy, man.
It was a perfect fit, though.
Trying to get out of Portland and people actually watch his games versus like, oh, it starts at 10:10. It's like, I'm not staying up for this.
Not when he has nobody else to play with him. But now that you with Giannis, man, it was a perfect fit. Nobody thought about it because. Traded. Say what?
Giannis might get traded.
Nah, man. He just. I don't.
Hot take.
But
right. I don't see that one happening.
He's only gonna get traded if he gets paid more.
They just gave him some more. They just gave him some more. So now he's on the point now where he wasn't going to sign on anymore until he got some help. So now that he got Dame, I think it was 3 more years. I think he signed for.
Yeah, but it was funny. Like literally after the first game they played together, when the game just ended, they're like, "All right, here you go.
We'll do it. Yeah. We'll stick around." Now, on top of that, how you feeling about your Heat right now? Because I got something to say about my Hawks.
Way better. Obviously, last show I was all like, "This is a slow start. We suck." Blah blah blah. They've won 7 in a row now. Jumped up to number 3 in the East. So no, I'm feeling good. And this is obviously without Tyler Hero because he's hurt again. This is without Jimmy or Bam or a couple other people every other night kind of thing. But impressed by Jaquez, the first round rookie, Triple J, if you will. It just looks funny. He looks like one of those dudes that doesn't really belong out there.
Yep.
You're watching it and you're just like, this looks weird.
He looks out of place, but he can play.
No, he's a baller. He's a baller. If I can get a poor man's triple-double every night from him, I'll take it. Absolutely.
No, I get that. No doubt about it. Because poor man's triple-double as a
Jason Kidd, if you will. But I'm not calling him a poor man. It's just, that minimum 10, 10, and 10.
Listen, Jason Kidd was very valuable for what he did. He'll pop over. He'll get you over 15 every now and again, but he's going to run the floor, and he's going to
do what he's supposed to.
Yeah, absolutely. Jason Kidd was one of my favorites.
The floor.
And then now he is a true coach. That's why I like Jason Kidd, man, as a player and coach. Now, about my Hawks.
Take your time. You do have some good pieces, though.
We do.
You do have some good pieces.
We do. Now, we paid my boy Hunter, which is your guy. You like Hunter on our squad.
Yeah, real team-friendly deal, though. Similar
it was $100 million.
I don't think it was that much.
It was close to 100.
I thought it was like 4 years, like 81.
That's close enough. For me, that's close enough as far as putting that kind of
faith in him.
Yeah.
Heard. Okay.
Yeah. So then you turn around and not last game before last, you give me 5 points.
No. You can't ever give me just 5 points.
No, ever. That cannot happen. So things like that, I told you when we made the hire, I'm not a Quinn Snyder fan. Been banging that drum from the beginning.
Yeah.
I still don't see a difference in anything. He's not the coach to get you over the top. He preaches defense in a press conference, but then you watch a game and there's nothing going on. So for me, somebody asked me the other day, what are we missing? What do the Hawks need? For me, I still feel like size. Because we get out-rebounded almost every game. Yeah, I think especially give up offensive rebounds. It drives me crazy.
I think it's time to pull the plug on Capella. Maybe package him up for something. See what's out
I'm
there.
fine with it if you can get me another big that can give me eat some space up, put some bricks in his pocket. That's the problem with Capella. He's too light to be that big.
He's always been like that. But what was the difference down in Houston with Harden when he was basically getting 20 and 20 every other night to now playing in the East where everyone's bigger than you?
I guess you could
Possibly, right?
Yeah, height wise, I mean he's
You said you want rebounds and defense, right?
yeah.
Mitchell
We
Robinson.
can score. Yeah, I'll take that.
That's my first recommendation. Mitchell
I
Robinson.
can take that. That's the thing I feel like that's missing. It's the grit. It's that whole. It's just not there for me right now.
Unless you can go talk to Memphis and see if Triple J's available. But I don't think
They
they're
are reeling without Ja, man. They're
You
like
know?
a totally different team
So,
without Ja, man.
take advantage of their weakness.
What's
Go
going
ahead.
on with Zion?
The Pelicans are playing pretty well, man. They just beat who they just beat? They just beat
Nuggets.
the Nuggets, and
Only
with
because
Joker
I read
getting
that 28-3 comment.
yeah. The Joker had a triple double and they still beat him. Zion is playing well, but they have enough talent now to where that perimeter game is nice and they spread it out, and Zion doesn't have to go and get 40 a night. Brandon Ingram, those boys, McCollum, they're doing their thing.
Yeah, they've had those pieces for a while. They just haven't ever really been healthy together.
Exactly. So they're getting to the point now where they're pretty healthy. Other than that, I just feel like the pieces have to be in place or get the size for the Hawks, and for you, y'all are in a good space. Do y'all feel like y'all need anything else at the deadline? Before the deadline? We still got some time.
Yeah,
for
we
that,
got plenty
but
of time as long as everybody stays healthy. But at the end of the day, depth never hurts.
Yeah.
Find me, a backup big or a 4. What Kevin Love was for us when we got him at the trade deadline last year was phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Obviously propelled us to the finals and ran through the playoffs. If we can find another big around that type, but
Yep.
there's not too many Kevin Loves in the league. But just depth at the end of the day, I'm absolutely okay with. I still want a true starting power forward, just so we don't have to cycle through a couple different options. But
I hear that.
we're figuring it out.
All right, so one more thing before we move on from basketball is the new wave of basketball is what they're calling it, but I don't think you're going to find too many players like this. Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren. Both of them 7 feet, long, rangy, scraggly as far as weight goes, but very talented as far as guard skills with that type of size. How do you feel about Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren? They faced off the other day as far as that being a new wave of talent type of thing. How do you feel about it?
Statistical freaks, obviously.
I don't even want to call them unicorns because that's
Because the last person that was dubbed the unicorn was Porzingis,
Yes.
but he doesn't have the handles or ball skills.
Not
like
at
that.
all.
I wish both of them the best, but didn't Chet Holmgren miss his whole rookie year because he was
This
injured?
is why he's officially a rookie this year.
I don't. Again, I wish them both the best, and I'm not wishing injuries upon anybody.
No.
I don't think there's a way that Holmgren, let alone Wembanyama as well, can stay healthy for their whole career.
Yeah.
I wish they could, and
I
it'd be
hope they-
great.
I hope they
It'd be
can,
great to
but-
see for TV and the league.
Yeah.
But if you tell me to choose between, obviously I'm going to go Wembanyama over Chet Holmgren.
And the Spurs are playing it right because they know they don't have anything. So they give him 25, 30 minutes a night. Let him go out there, ooh and ah. If he gets hot, they leave him out there, let him roll. But I just feel like watching them play is really wild, dog, because one crossover, one step, they have to bucket and stretch it out.
I didn't sign up to watch Yao Ming shoot threes, and then here's a 7'5" guy, whatever he is, shooting threes, and I'm like, this is just weird to see.
It is weird, but that's the game. That's the game now.
If he's good, then it is what it is. Rich, did you see the photo of Wembanyama guarding Duncan Robinson? And they're like, oh, that's cool. You had all 3 Spurs first-round picks in one photo.
That's
yeah,
the way the league works, man. But it's fun to watch them. Even when they did the tip off when they played each other, 2 just monstrous dudes, man. And like it was a preseason game, Victor versus what was it, Spurs versus Warriors, where they let Steph do the jump ball just because.
Oh, I would have taken it too, but I also would have been, that dirty dude that as soon as he's jumping,
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. We're gonna give you a little gut
there's
punch.
no point. You're 7'12". Why am I jumping with you?
Just to mess with him.
Right.
All right, man. So Looks like we're about that halfway mark.
That
All
quick?
It is. See, man,
Well.
that's why. Hey, we're gonna lobby for another hour around here one of these days and see what happens.
Harper, before we bounce to the half, you got anything to let the viewers know?
Well,
Speak up a little
nope, I don't got anything.
bit. You don't have anything?
I'm sure you'll have something when we come back from the half.
Yeah, probably.
Shout out to the M. Alex Broadcasting Company and Power 108.9. For most of your smell good needs, check out RyanBeasley.com. That's promo code GHS10. Gary,
up,
thank you for
Ryan?
being here. Rich, Harp, we'll be coming back from the second half shortly. If you guys want to chime in, try the social media. We'll see if we can get this phone working. But most importantly, thank you for joining us on this beautiful Saturday, episode number 23. We'll be back for the second
2,
half.
3.
And we're back for the second half. Episode number 23. Special thank you to the M. Alex Broadcasting Company and Power 108.9. Apparently, we're going to try something new in a second. Hopefully, we can get a couple people to call in. If you got my cell phone number, it's
Hit the
the
line.
305 number. Give that one a call.
Hit the
I
line.
just noticed that, Rich, you're wearing the All-Star Game jersey for 2022.
Yes, sir.
But obviously, it was just announced. Harper, I'm sure you're super excited about it. We finally get a
Yep.
All-Star Game here at Truist Park in 2025.
So that means everybody at least sticking around for that much, for that long, at least 2 more years with everybody in the building, because we took it from us last time. It's on this year. It's on this time.
It's going to be fun.
Then, as you said earlier, coming off of a World Series win, going into the All-Star.
I'm still taking credit for it as not me personally, but the Braves should take credit for it for being the team to only host the All-Star game and win the World Series in the same year. So let's try it again in 2025.
Let's do it. Sounds good to me. We might be having some phone calls coming in, so we'll stick around for that.
Yeah, lining up Mark right now.
All right.
Harp, how you feeling, bud?
Good.
There it is.
Good.
Got a little reset in the system.
That's right. So we got Mark loading. All right. So
Yep.
right before we get to Mark, if he calls while we're into it, we'll stop for Mark. Highly recommend.
Yeah, here we go.
Highly recommend. I'm going old school, not necessarily going anything new, but going on the holiday vibe. Holiday movie time. How y'all feel about the holiday movie time? Because for me, around this time, I gotta have Home Alone 2. The first one's good. I need Home Alone 2.
Very specific.
It is very specific. I need Home Alone 2. And Christmas time, I do the original Grinch. No disrespect to Jim Carrey, but give me the original one. It doesn't take as long. Get it out the way.
Okay.
And other than that, I just pick and choose. Now there's a new Thanksgiving horror movie coming out. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a slasher flick, but we'll see what happens. What you got going on? Highly recommend.
Mike been killing it on Suits, man. Just
Bang it out.
Yeah,
I've jumped in on Gotti as well.
I just wish I didn't like delay some people's recommendations. I was like, I'll get to it when I want to get to it, when I'm ready. But I've been finishing 3 now, going to 4. But it's one of those like, are you still watching? Yes. Let me mind your business. Dang. Love the show. Super addicted to it. I'm just in the back of my mind. I was like, I mean, she's got to leave eventually, right? Meghan Markle's not doing this thing forever. So I'm like, when is she leaving? When is she leaving? But I'm still watching it, just very intrigued. And here's Mo now.
Oh, we got first phone call.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
let's try something new. Here we go.
Oh, going over to we'll come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to highly recommend, but we got a special voice on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you can hear him. This is Mark Owens. Mark Owens, go ahead, talk to the people.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Happy Saturday! Happy Thanksgiving week, my friends. How are you?
How do we match this energy, man?
My
This guy's
man
always
Mark
amazing.
in the building. What's up, baby?
So loud all the time. Just loud.
No, it's a good thing though.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
How's the crew? How's the team in there with you?
Strong. We got Rich, we got Harper, Gary, and I are excited for episode number 23. Thank you for being our first time, long time. What you got?
Now, look, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I've got to, first and foremost, there is something that I need to get off my chest.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Are you okay? Are y'all okay with that?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Yep.
Okay, first and foremost, we have been waiting for so long for anything from the
Stop.
team of Big Boy and Andre 3000.
Oh.
Now,
Uh-oh.
as someone born and raised, much like everyone in the room right now, I'm a big Outkast fan.
Yes,
now,
sir.
I can't be one of those that say, I've been with them from the beginning and I can name every song in the... No. But I am also an Outkast fan. Andre 3000 announces, I've got a solo project that's going to be released this week. All of Outkast Nation gets excited.
Yeah.
Finally, we've got solo projects from Big Boy. We've had a couple of little mini collaborations. They get together and sing a song. But finally, a solo project from Andre 3000. And here comes New Blue Sun. And gentlemen, ladies, I don't know if you've heard it. Have you had the opportunity to check out, stream New Blue Sun at all?
Bits and pieces, not all of it.
A few notes on the flute.
It is the best way to describe this.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to say let down because they said it is like instrumental, but it sounds like you're waiting in line at Animal Kingdom at Disney World on a 4-hour track to ride the Avatar ride.
Oh,
It
man.
sounds like you're in the lobby of the W waiting to check in.
That's-
It is an interesting mix of instrumental music that really makes no sense. Now, with that said, I'm happy to get something new from Andre 3000. However, to get it off my chest, you can't come out and finally release a solo project and you give me flutes.
Well, just so you know, Mark, you have the album playing in the background right this minute because Mike is so on point and on time with it. So we're getting a little taste right now.
I hear what you're saying now, Mark. As I'm listening to it, it sounds like either I'm face down on a massage table
Yeah.
or I'm about to listen to the intro to Jurassic Park.
Now, imagine you're in line at Epcot about to ride Spaceship Earth, and the queue says 120 minutes from
Sounds
right
like-
now, and
Right.
this is the music that plays in the background the whole time.
It's called.
I would think a Velociraptor is going to sneak up on me.
It's
Again,
just
very excited. Hopefully one day we'll get a
Sounds like
better
Lion King.
collaboration with what brought them to the dance. But had to get that off my chest.
We appreciate you.
I
Thank
thank
you,
you
sir.
for that.
Yes.
You
Yes.
weren't the only one that's feeling that, I'm sure. I'm sure you're not the only one.
But if he's creative enough where you can take that, you can
do a lot with it.
sample or
Somebody's gonna sample it, no doubt about it. Somebody will sample
You
it.
know what? That's a great idea. Sample it, put a little bit of something up underneath it,
That's definitely going to
And
happen.
then give me that, like, as you're getting ready to go out music, that as you're, maybe taking that first drink of the evening music, as Harrison's putting his concealer on music. I mean, that is what.
Well done, sir. I heard you also have a highly recommend. So, do you recommend a certain concealer?
I don't know. Whatever my wife left on the counter. Hey, speaking of highly recommend, very quick. I know I'm late to the game on this one, but I want to go TV and streaming. I just got into it, and Harrison, you being in the restaurant industry and people that work in restaurants, The Bear.
Yep.
Originally on FX, now you can stream it on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, it gave me PTSD for my days waiting tables. It is so damn good, and I'm so excited they're about to get a third season. So, highly recommend. Don't sleep on The Bear. Harrison, have you watched it?
Bear.
Yes, definitely recommend The Bear. What's his name? Jeremy Allen White,
Okay.
the star of the show. He's also doing the Von Erich wrestling movie coming up. So they got a documentary on the Von Erichs, and he's
Nice.
jacked for the movie.
Nice.
So go ahead and check that one out as well. But yes, The Bear is one of the ultimate food and beverage TV shows, and like Mark said, you can watch it on FX or stream it on Hulu.
Sounds good to me.
Yep. And before I get out of here, can I get a cheap plug in?
Of course, sir.
A week from today, Saturday evening, the annual lighting of the tree at the Battery. I am back again to host it. Super excited. After a season of not having a microphone in my hand, they're going to let me have a live mic again. I've got a lot of pent-up aggression. So, excited for that. Always a really, really good crowd at the Battery. Tree gets lit around 7 o'clock. The party starts at 5:30. A live band out there, a good party band. Some special guests are going to be there. Maybe the Man in Red. There could be some members of the Atlanta Braves could be there. But most importantly, Harrison will be there at Terrapin serving up cocktails.
Great tease. Thank you so
love it.
much, Mark. The Saturday after Thanksgiving. Y'all come check us out in the Battery. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. All right, tell everybody I said hello.
Will do. Thank you so
Later,
much,
Mark.
Mo.
Appreciate you,
All
bro.
right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Be safe.
All right, love you. Bye.
Love you too.
All right, man. First phone call in the books with Mark Owens, man. Big shout out to Mark, man. As always, has been on the show before, and now is officially the first phone call, man.
Yeah,
I
man,
love
happy
it.
to have him. That was fun.
Happy to have him. That was good.
If it was that easy, I guess we would have done that before.
Right, we were
next?
trying to be fancy with it. Just bring it down to get it to the nuts and bolts of it. Just make the phone call. Now, we can go back to finishing up on highly recommend when you were finishing up your Suits conversation.
Yeah, no, I wish I listened to people's recommendations in a timely fashion instead of ultimately rewatching, Dexter or something for
Yeah.
the 15th time. And it's like, oh man, there's actually really good stuff out there.
I feel the same way. I do the same thing sometimes,
You know?
especially when I don't want to. For 1 point loser. Oh, there go Bones. 1 point loser. He
Hey
had to bring
Bones,
that up.
we've had a
He
couple
to bring
people
that
in the
up.
fantasy football league be one and dones, and you look like you might be done. So take it easy there, big guy.
And that's not cool, man. Because I lost one by 1 point last week or 2 weeks ago.
I don't know if it's the addition of the second flex. We've been doing the league for about 6 years now.
I love it.
But we've never had closer scores in fantasy football. Like the last couple of weeks, every once in a while throughout a fantasy football season, you'll see somebody lose by like 2-3 points or whatever. Literally in the last couple of weeks, we've had over 10 different games lost or decided by less than 1 point. So can you imagine when you're waking up, Tuesday morning after everything's finalized, and you're like, "Oh, I lost by 0.27."
It's ridiculous, man. It's one of those things where it's like, come on with the jokes. Really, is that serious?
Yo, hey, I'm gonna let you finish.
You got Kanye, y'all.
Hey, I just wanna clarify something. Rich and I had a bet a few months ago that Dre was gonna come out with an album, and we had a deadline on it or not, but the album didn't drop when he said it was gonna drop.
Okay.
So he paid
this.
me the bet. I mean, he paid me a whole hefty $5, right?
I remember that.
That was the bet. So
Big
the
money.
question is,
best.
I think he's gonna try to come back and reopen that bet, and I'm gonna have to give him his money back. Do y'all think that's fair?
No,
No,
Similar
it was a deadline, right?
similar to Suits, it's been closed.
I'm gonna let you finish
Oh
in a
God,
minute.
here we go.
You won the bet. It's all good. But I knew he was coming out with something. So we'll see.
All right,
We'll
cool.
see.
So
We'll
we
go with
good.
something.
We
Don't give me
good.
that.
It's on tape. We good.
All right.
It's on video
Okay,
now.
all right.
Yep, new bet.
It's on video now.
Yeah, exactly, Harper. What would the new bet even be? Are we trading Brave stock at this point? What's the new bet?
I don't even know.
Now,
Hey,
I'm,
I'm good on that too.
Yeah.
It's
hey,
gonna be $8 million's worth, but
so throw a little bit of it around, right? That's cool.
We all want some of that buffet money.
Well, what? Yeah, well, I'll take some of that. Okay. Okay. Let's transition real quick before we run out of time. College football. Got a few games coming on. Florida State should be fine today. Was it Northern
Colorado.
Alabama? Say what?
Colorado, Deion Sanders.
Yeah, that was rough for him last night, man. They're gonna get Shador killed. It's tough to watch Shador get banged up like that, man. It's tough. It's like he has the talent, but they have no offensive line. Oh, what is that? But you flex what?
Metamucil.
Oh, but you flex with the Metamucil comment. Bones
I
coming
was
for
just
you.
looking out for you, Bones, man. Based off of, your young age and how little experience you have in life, I just wanted to make sure that Metamucil was doing its job. That's all.
Explain
That's
what
all.
Metamucil is to Harper.
But for some of the audience doesn't really probably don't know what the
It's just
Metamucil
those
situation.
adult vitamins that you need to take for your body.
About to make a run, bro.
About to make a run. Oh,
You've been
he's about
saying
to-
that the whole year.
Right. I'm finna say, but see, we just made a trade too, so now he's all confident. But I feel like I won the trade. But
Did you get what you needed in the trade?
oh yeah, Tony Pollard.
Bones, you feel like you got what you needed in the trade?
He got C.J. Stroud.
Then here we go.
Yep.
So let's ride with it for me. But that league's going to end up working out pretty interesting, I think, because trade deadline's coming up on Thanksgiving. I think it is.
Yeah, I got to look at that in the future. As the commish, I figured I probably should line it up with the NFL, but yeah,
It's week 8 for the NFL. It's
you
not
know,
yeah,
fantasy
it's too
football.
early.
So we'll discuss it next year.
It's fine. Far as college football goes, the best game of the week for me overall, it looks like it's going to be Georgia Tennessee. That's going to be a good one.
That is a big game.
Tennessee has a chance to mess up Georgia's season. I don't see it happening. Everything has to go right for Tennessee to make that happen.
Yep. Georgia's still undefeated.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's gonna keep rolling hard. To be honest with you, I really do. Only other top 25 games we have Utah and Arizona. I mean, big deal with that one. But Washington and Oregon State should be the only other good one. And other than that, that's about all we got for college football. Now, the playoff goes. We keep handling our business. We can stay at 4 all day long. I'll take whoever we playing. I'll take it. How you feeling?
I mean, the final rankings obviously are the ones that matter, but
Right.
it looks like Georgia is going to match up with who in the SEC championship?
Bama.
Handle your business there, but even with a hypothetical loss, I don't think Bama's blowing them out.
No.
Even
No.
with a loss, though, does Georgia tumble past 4?
I would like to think not.
And you can't tell me that they're only going to use this season as like independent stats. You
I don't
know that
think
they're
so.
going to use the last couple of years. So even if they do lose in
haven't
the
lost
SEC,
in 2 years.
correct. So even if they do lose in the SEC championship, I don't see them going down past 4. Ohio State and Michigan have to play each other.
One of them have to lose.
One of them's going to get knocked out. Washington has to play. I
They'll
think
play-
Andrew said Oregon.
Yeah, it'll be
in
Oregon.
the-
It'll be Oregon. So it come down between Washington and Oregon, and who will get in if one of the top 4 loses, and depending on the winner of the Washington Oregon game, potentially will
Yeah.
get pushed up. Bama's only shot is to beat Georgia.
All Florida State has to do is handle their business, and we could move up. But we'll see at the end. As of right now, it would be Georgia against Florida State in the first round.
Yes.
Great matchup. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
As of now for Florida State, though, we've handled business today with the smaller school. Smack Florida next week, and we'll see Louisville in the ACC championship.
It'll be fun to watch. But
I feel like it.
One game at a time. We've been doing it all year, and just finish the job.
Please, one
And
game at a
triple
time.
National championship.
Say it again.
Triple national championship.
I'm talking about Georgia 3 times in a row.
Yep.
They'd be the first ones in the modern era, right?
Yep, absolutely. That'd be very interesting to see. Now, I'd be happy for him, even as a Florida State fan, just being from the state of Georgia. I mean, hey, I'd be happy for him. I'd celebrate right there with him. Now, before we get towards the end, NFL time, sir. It's rough out here. Your team is doing better than mine. Let me just go ahead and say, when it comes to my Falcons, Arthur Smith officially is on the hot seat. The seat is boiling right now.
Mike, was that you that posted it? He was like, "Go ahead and clock out for me, big
Go
dog."
ahead and clock out, my dog. Go ahead and clock out, big homie.
Yeah, baseball.
You go ahead and clock out.
Rome Braves
Rome.
changed their mascot.
To the Emperors and his Penguins. What? Rome Braves changed their mascot?
It's a dope.
Really?
It's awesome, yeah.
Huh? I
They
didn't
have a
know
new
that.
mascot?
They
Interesting.
changed their whole,
Shout out to the Rome Braves, man.
We'll check that out.
Shout out to the Rome Braves. Falcons, man, the defense has been letting me down as far as tackling goes.
Let's get that key card from you, bro.
Yeah, go and get that when you come to he gonna try to swipe, that thing gonna beep beep, beep beep.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, the Rome Braves Emperors. That's what I'm talking about. I'll take it, the Rome Emperors. The defense has been letting me down, the arm tackling, lunging, and all that kind of stuff. But overall, we go as the quarterback goes. So it's going to be one of those seasons for us. It's working out the way our quarterback situation is working out, which is up and down. So it's been an up and down season so far. Rich, I know, I know Buffalo situations. I understand. Okay. I understand. Same division, everything. So
Pourquoi?
Why
don't you want to talk about it?
So we'll let you go ahead. How you talk to me about your Dolphins, my man?
We're getting healthy. We're activating Achane off of the IR.
One of my fantasy teams is very happy about that.
We're getting healthy, man. This is kind of what we needed to position ourselves for. I could rattle off the next 5 for you in a row and tell me if I'm wrong. But against the Raiders, the Jets, the Commanders, the Titans, and the Jets.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Class said, leave your key on the desk, sir.
Yeah.
There you are, class. I was getting worried, bud. I haven't seen you all day.
You guys end with us, though.
Say it again.
You end with us.
That's correct. But if the lead has gotten out of control, then, all for nothing. But at the end of the day, can't win the division 20 straight years like the Patriots. So if this is our year, we appreciate you for taking it
Tyreek
easy.
saying he wants to beat the Bills.
At the
still
same
lost.
time.
So what now?
Tyreek said he wants to beat the Bills, but he still lost.
Well, I mean, of course he's going to say
He
that.
wants to beat his former team, and he lost as well. So the goal is to beat everybody always, but unfortunately you can't go undefeated.
No, you can't.
Defense is, starting to come together too.
I like your
and,
pass rush in the secondary.
if we could just stay healthy, man, you don't know what's possible.
Tua staying healthy as well. I appreciate that from my fantasy team. I really appreciate that. With HN coming back, it brings back again you guys having 4 of the fastest people in the league. Right? Literally 4 of the fastest people in the league. Track stars, formerly. I'm rooting for y'all in the division just because I feel like y'all need it. Mike said Bills, Falcons, Super Bowl. Oh man,
Is there a year on that? Like 2025?
Falcons still don't lose.
If we got a wild card MLB, we can have a wild card.
Man, listen, man,
Falcons. I mean,
we got to string some wins together, man. We got to go back on a little push to be able to make that happen. Look, I still rock, okay? We still gonna do that, okay? I can't help it. There's no other team besides my Steelers in the AFC. That's it. And shout out to Mike Tomlin and the Steelers too, pulling off the gritty wins every week. That division is crazy now that Deshaun's hurt and things like that. Lamar, ankle injury.
Burrow's done.
Yep. That division is now upside down. There you go, Bones. Falcons 9-8 win the division. I'll take that.
I think that was one of our original guesses.
It was.
In the offseason,
I said 9-8. That's what I said. 10 wins was my max. I think I said when I looked at the schedule. And of course, Bones, you got to handle the Saints next week. I just have to. DeJuan, I'll talk to you about that later. But yeah, for us, just handling the Saints is always the number one priority. But we just got to get that defense together and don't turn the ball over. And I'll be okay.
The minimal game plan for everybody.
Overall, no doubt about it. But it just seems like you can cough it all you want to. Your boy Josh leading the league in turnovers, and it's crazy again. Is that Brian Daboll? Is that Brian Daboll? Or is that just him being?
That's a little Ken Dorsey. That's a little Brian Daboll. That's mostly Josh Allen. How many do you have in the last 5 years?
Man, too many. God. Since he's been in the league, he's been leading it.
At least Josh Allen is leading the league in something.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Hart. That's how you do it. That's how you.
It's gonna be an interesting ride home, bud, but I appreciate it.
A little gut punch on him that time. I like it. Now
I owe you $5. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
But overall, man, it's gonna be some good games. Pittsburgh and Cleveland was a good one until the Deshaun injury.
Yeah.
Overall, the best games I should say would be Jets Buffalo, and of course the Super Bowl rematch. Mm-hmm. We got Philly and Kansas City with Kansas City minus 2.5. How you feeling about that one?
I think everyone's going to tune in and watch that game. Is that the
Monday night game? Monday night, yep. Yes, sir.
And then after next week, I'm not mistaken, they start the flex games, which is a lot better because
they need to.
At this point, no one's trying to watch, Cincinnati and who's the worst in the league right now.
Arizona
Yeah.
Patriots.
Yeah, God forbid one of those
Bears?
was like a Sunday night game. Like, no, we can't put y'all
At
on
least
TV.
Bears will be worth watching with Justin Fields being back in the fold.
Yeah,
now.
Fields is back now.
You know,
Khalil
that'll be-
Herbert's
Khalil
back.
Herbert's also back in the fold.
But yeah, as long as they start flexing, this is the hard time of the year where all fantasy owners are pulling out their hair, and it's just like, man, nobody on my roster is healthy right now.
And now it's start to make these trades, trying to make some trades and stuff.
Yeah.
Burrow is done.
Yeah, Burrow's out of there, man. They're also in trouble for not disclosing the injury prior. You know what I mean? So similar to what the Falcons had with Bijan when they didn't put his sickness on the injury report. But for Burrow and for Cincinnati, he came in with it wrapped up. Nobody said anything. One throw, and now all of a sudden torn ligament, and you're out of there. So it's a guy who's a big sports bettor who is trying to sue, saying that he lost over $100,000 because he didn't know Burrow wasn't playing, and so it just.
No, Burrow played.
Well, he
just
didn't know Burrow was hurt.
He didn't finish the game.
He said they felt like they knew he was hurt prior, and
They're investigating.
yeah, they're investigating it, no doubt.
Did anything ever come of the Bijan?
Not from what I understand. I don't know if we got fined. They didn't say anything about losing a draft pick or anything.
I don't want to say
think
who's
it's-
more valuable to the franchise, but when you're comparing the two,
Yeah.
that smells like a late round draft pick and
Yeah.
a hefty fine.
Absolutely, and for me, I was looking at it and it made sense. No other sport has an injury report that you have to update besides the NFL.
Well, NBA does now, and the Heat are famous for trolling the league because it's just like you just have to put something on the injury
See,
report.
that's the thing with NBA. You just have to put something down, whether it be rest or
Literally
load
anything.
management. It
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
anything.
About
but
Joe Burrow, I think they said his elbow was like, because I think they said his wrist and his elbow was hurting.
well, it could
Yeah,
very
probably
well be
coming
true.
into the game.
Yeah.
But then he said something about he felt a pop, and then obviously what's connected. So you're just done. You can't even throw it all.
It's nothing. When he was trying on the sideline, every time he tried to even throw his hand forward, he just was letting it limp and hang there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens though from the fallout from the non-injury disclosure situation when it comes to the NFL, because Patriots did it for years of not putting people on the injury report. But it's going to be pretty interesting. We're going to see what happens.
Class, we got to get you to call in on the next show, bud. We definitely appreciate your feedback. Bones, maybe not you, but I'm glad you took your Metamucil because you're about 25 comments deep at this point, man.
We appreciate the interaction, fellas. No doubt about it.
No, definitely calling on next show, Bones, too. Be happy to have you.
Oh, please do. Overall, we got a little bit more time left. You got any fantasy gyms out here?
For football, basketball?
Yeah, football. I know you got the basketball on lock,
Yeah.
man. You can do either one though. I know you're getting into prize picks now. So how you feeling about prize picks?
Good. I wish, again, also got into it a little bit earlier. The good thing about prize picks is somebody like Burrow, they call it a, what is it? Not a push, but you see it on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I know what you're talking
like returned or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
Basketball, though,
That's your baby.
I mentioned Cade Cunningham on the last show.
Mm-hmm.
Shaden Sharp for Portland. He's starting to develop a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Go football. If you got one, you got a gym in football.
No, I just wish everyone stays healthy, and this is the best time of the year because you get to watch the bowl games coming up for college for the kids that are still playing, and at the same time, I don't think there's a better quality of football in the NFL as you're marching towards the playoffs. So I want to see a Super Bowl in my lifetime for the Dolphins, and
I hear that.
as much as I would like the continued success.
I want you to get there, but I don't want you to get what happened to us. We got there twice, and it's just bummer.
All right,
But that's
so
neither here nor there.
Obviously, in my lifetime, I would like to see a Super Bowl victory, but
Right.
at the same time, if I get to the Super Bowl,
I get it. No, it's definitely fun to be a part of the whole mix.
Yeah.
I will say humble brag for myself. Last show, Jackson Smith and Jigba has been popping.
JNS.
He's been popping, and whether it has to do with Lockett having injuries or DK having injuries, Gino's starting to understand that youngster can run routes and give him the ball. So I'd like to do a little humble brag on that one. If you have Smith and Jigba, he's been popping. Shout out to everybody. Hope you get your trades in. For all my fantasy managers out there, hope you get your trades in. Get somebody that's easy to negotiate with, and not somebody trying to play hardball with you or screw you over. So at the end of the day, it's that time. We at the end of the stretch, and let's push forward this football thing, man. and now basketball's creeping its way in as far as being full blown, and it's good sports all the way around, man.
Yep.
I think we got the time now. We're about to start hearing us some music. We got any people we can give a shout out to before we get out of
Yeah,
here?
one more time. Obviously, RyanBeasley.com for most of your smell good needs.
Shout
Hope
out to
everything's
Ryan.
going good with the family. Trevor with 21 Tequila. If you ever
21,
want to try
21.
some good 21 Tequila, ask for Trevor. My Karma Creations for the tumblers. If you haven't got your tumbler yet, check out mykarmacreations.com. Karma with a K.
That's Dre right there.
And I feel like I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Digestive Healthcare
Digestive
of
Healthcare.
Georgia. Most importantly, colorectal screening saves lives. Cancer is one of the leading killers in the United States. Most importantly, don't be a nut. Let them look at your butt.
Don't be a nut.
Colorectal
and while you're doing it, you might
cancer.
hear something around like this sound to try to ease you while you're in there.
Yeah, just gently putting you to sleep with
Andre 3000.
the flute piper, whatever he is. Going
3 stacks. 3 stacks, baby. Well, once again, y'all, thank y'all for watching and being with us on this Saturday morning. Now going into afternoon. Everybody be safe. Happy holidays, and we'll
Yep.
see y'all in December. Okay, see y'all in December, and make sure y'all always be safe out here.
Call it a meet and greet.
There you go, my man. All right, that's it for us.
Broadcasting Company
23.
in Power 108.9. We appreciate y'all so much. Happy holidays. Be safe. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Hope to see y'all next Saturday for the tree lighting. Be safe, everybody.
Bye.